The engine made a big and annoying noise, but nobody attached importance to it, paid attention to me, or asked for explanations. After the initial fix, I focused on the red and blue sign on the horizon and went ahead. The boat was unstable, or at least more unstable than it seemed on the idyllic seafaring pictures of the Chipiron. The gentle breeze brought the little drops the engine was raising, and it joined the feet and the head wetness. In fact, it wasn't such a distance, but I was wishing for the arriving because I couldn't manage with the cold. It attracted my attention that the red and blue sign was the reverse side. I couldn't find out why until I got closer. That wasn't the landing side. It was the back. I went round the edge of the coastline praying for the engine not to stop. The water was rougher there. The boat gave more jumps, and I started to regret my keenness to question everything. As I turned the projection, I approached an empty beach. It was getting dark. The landing, the docket, turned out that way. I didn't know where the brake of that floating thing was, or how to turn it off. It was an option going round and round until the thing turned off by itself. But I didn't even thought of it. The boat stuck into the sand, and I ended to port. About to put my head into the bucket, I waited for the engine to stop. But as it didn't, and I couldn't stand the headache the intermittent flapping of the propeller induced me, I got down as I could. I rebuilt myself, and I started to walk. That town looked a bit more refined than the other. It didn't smell of fish besides the sea, and the balustrade of the promenade were more sophisticated. There were no bars. There were coffee shops and cafes that smelled exotic flavors, with well-dressed waiters and posh people. It wasn't that the shops had more beautiful clothes than the other town. It was that they were different. "So you came swimming?" Froilan said on my ear. I looked at him surprised, because I didn't expect him, because he was wearing a really cute suit, and because that bastard was there and I didn't understand why he didn't want to take me with him and made me add one more line to my criminal history. "You are soaking," he kept on. Of course, it would be better to bring the clothes into a waterproof bag. He wasn't being sarcastic. It even looked like he was serious. "Can you tell me why you didn't want to bring me with you if you were coming anyway?" I asked with a bit of full temper. "Because it's funnier that way," he said, not at all bothered. "What is funnier that way?" I asked. He didn't answer, but he pulled a satisfaction post-revenge face. "What are you doing?" I asked. "Having dinner with friends," he said, making himself seem interesting. "I would ask you to come, but didn't feel like to. And you have to go to the Torrals." He made a gesture ahead when she mentioned the Torrals. "Well, enjoy your dinner," I said, pretending not being interested. Pretending not being interested and not bothered. And that I wasn't hungry, and that it didn't make me jealous. Of course it made me jealous. I couldn't see with the hunger. Everything smelled tasty. I only hoped that the so-called Torral had something on the casserole, and over all that he was willing to share it. From where I was, I couldn't see the neon sign. But I followed the Fräulein's gesture until a reddish shadow brought me back to the right track. The right track didn't look as good as the rest of the town. Narrow and silent streets. No signs of luxury or sophistication. It seemed the other town. Yes, if I had woken up there, I would assure I hadn't moved at all. The Torvalds was a bar similar to the one of the Free Sardines, without the seaside and the happy people, and the smell of tasty food, of course. In one of the tables there were two old men looking to a glass of wine. Other on the bar, not so old, but interested as well in the analysis of the glass. Behind the bar should be the so-called Torval. He was younger than the others, but although he hadn't a glass to pay attention to, he didn't take notice of me. In that moment I guessed the note was a joke. I thought that the satisfaction per revenge Fräulein's face was not only owed to the soaked, and that I should better leave that dive before saying a key word that might be an insult in their language, and I finished the night running down the street in front of lots of angry men.